Alright, so our rare is pretty solid. Earthbender Lesson, or Earthbender Ascension. 3 mana enchantment rare. When it enters, you Earthbend 2, then search your library for a basic, and then landfall. You put a counter on this thing, and then when there's 4 quest counters on it, you get to put a counter on target creature. That gains trample every time you landfall. So, pretty good card, pretty good card. Spots you the first landfall as well, of course. I really, really like Water Tribe Rallier. I think this card's really strong. 2 mana 2/2 ally. That matters a lot. Waterbend 5. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Reveal a creature card, power 3 or less, and put the rest in the bottom. So, you know, this is really cool because it just keeps fueling itself, right? You keep drawing creatures. They can help you tap to waterbending. I think worth trying out the rare. I think I have an inkling this card might be a little bit stronger, honestly, but I'll try out the rare. Fire Nation Attacks, also a card I'm excited to play more of. I've been impressed so far. But yeah, a few other cards in there worth noting. But oh man, I messed up. I should have taken the white card. Let's see if maybe we can get the deck we drafted last time again, the mono white 4X Gather deck. So like, it doesn't exactly go with this card because ideally you want to have all planes in your deck, but I can still play this card on, 11 6 mana base or something. Mostly white cards or mostly planes. The Ascension can also help me get there. Kind of interesting. Just cast it a little bit earlier and get me that extra planes. Don't think there's a card that rivals it. I do like this River Spirit a lot. Must be Jonesy from Mono White if I'm passing River Spirit. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a really good contender as well. Maybe I just take that just to do something a little bit different. So this is like 2 mana, 4/5 flying, ward 2, scry 2 when it enters, but you have to waterbend 5 as additional cost to cast it. I'll take it out of interest of doing something new. And I do think this card's really good. Okay, so got Flopsy, kind of like a fine top end card. We've got Platypus Bear, which I think is like kind of important for blue-green. Like it's a decent 2 that fills the graveyard with lessons. Like that's meaningful. Good with our waterbending card. Lost Day is also pretty good. Just 5 mana removal spell that makes a clue. Puts it on the bottom or the second from the top, which is like quite a bit different than first from the top. They get to choose, of course, as always with these cards. Yeah, I think it's either Lost Days or the Bear. I'm going to take the Lost Days. Like, Bear we can kind of pick up later. Ty Lee, pretty good red card. Ozai's Cruelty, pretty good lesson. Okay, so now, don't like this card very much. It's like a 5 mana weird clone. I have not played with it just yet, but don't think it's particularly good. I'm not willing to take it over like another Lost Days, I don't think, or even... I'd probably speculate on it over Waterbending Lesson. Like, I kind of know how good a draw 3 is. This one, worth trying out. Although, I think I just take this Ostrich Torch. It's like 3 mana, 3/1, mill 3, get a land from those. If you don't grab a land, you can put a counter on it. Hey, Intangible, coming with that sub. Appreciate ya. How's it going? First draft, and hands to God, I was not forced to end up with Mono Red 4 Firebending Lesson. Nice. That sounds very good. I'm jealous. Okay, so where do we go now? So there's this pretty okay, I would call it pretty okay lesson. Split card of destroy an artifact and enchantment or give something +1/+1 and indestructible. Sorry, +1/+1 counter. There's this Rebellious Captive, I think is a pretty solid 2. There's Diley Agents, the black, green, gold card, cares about counters. I could take that. That's interesting. I kind of think this Captive is pretty good, though. I've been impressed, so I will remain flexible. Okay, so now we've got this Audience that taps for mana. We've got a solid lesson. I kind of like Meteor Sword, actually. Meteor Sword's been impressive so far. We're kind of set up for going long. Could just take the ramp spell, but I currently don't even have that much expensive stuff. This River Spirit, I mean, kind of counts, but anything taps to add mana for it. Hey, Chart, how's it going? All right, now what do we see? Well, it's good I didn't go down the mono white path because I don't think that would have panned out very well here. Don't think Rowdy Snowballer is anything exciting. I think this card's gonna be kind of overrated. Small body, small effect. Often better in aggressive decks. Not unplayable or anything, but I do think gonna be a little overrated. Could take a waterbending lesson here. Could take this kind of whatever ally. I think I'll just take the waterbending lesson. Okay. Some options here. So, Cycle of Renewal. Decent ramp. If you sack a earthbended land, it's kind of like a double ramp spell, right? Otherwise, it's just like a single ramp spell that fixes you for 2 colors. Meditation pools. Never gonna turn on a land. A shrine. I'm not a huge believer in the shrines just yet, and this is the worst of the bunch. Another shrine card over here. Let's just take the land. I also don't hate Earth Rumble wrestlers. Like, 4 mana, 4/4 reach, trample, essentially. Okay, so we got a land wheeling, and I think out of all of the lands that I would want, this is one of them that's interesting, because when you're blue-green, like, you care about lessons to some degree, and I think that bleeds into Teamer. Into, like, because there's some pretty red lessons. Is it better than just taking one of these 2s just now? Maybe not. I think I'd probably just take a 2 for now. Never mind, I take the land. We'll get those 2s back. Okay, I'll take a lesson here. Parrot is more of a blue-red card. Okay, and like a bunch of green cards wheeling, so take another 2 or Flopsy as a top-end card. I've got a lot of cheap cards. I kind of want an impactful card. Then again, I don't have that many cheap cards, but I imagine we could pick up a Platypus Bear level 2 drop later. Lost Days wheeling, pretty good too. Okay, so like right now, not a ton of direction. I mean, yes, we've got this card. We've got a few lessons. We've got this spirit that wants us to have a lot of cheap stuff. Kind of interested in Leaves from the Vine here. So this is 2 mana, mill 3. Chapter 2, put 2 counters on something. And if there's a lesson in your grave, draw a card for the last one. Yeah, I'm into it. Makes a food. Makes mana for this river spirit. There's another ostrich horse. There's this abandoned attachments. There's Crashing Wave. This one, I think, warrants some, you know, trying out at some point. This is 2 mana. Put 3 stun counters on stuff. And then you can waterbend X to tap things in addition. So, like, most often you're paying, you know, 5, 6 mana. But worth noting, for 2 mana, if they've already got their stuff tapped, you can just pay 3 and keep them tapped. Dragonfly Swarm, really, really strong. Really, really like this card. This is 3 mana, star 3, flying, ward 1. Power is equal to the number of non-creature non-lands in your grave, and when it dies, if there's a lesson in the grave, draw a card. Yeah, so definitely just going to take that. Happy I took the blue-red land, even if I didn't exactly intend to. Toph, really good too. Just generically strong card. 3 mana, star 3. When it enters Earthbend 2, cost power equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on your lands. So, plays well with other Earthbending, of course, but also just good on its own. Maybe like some, you know, filler-ish, filler plus stuff. Okay, there is a Platypus Bear. I do think I'm into this at this point. There's a Saber-Tooth Moose Lion. I don't think any of the land cyclers are particularly special. There might be 1 or 2. I think the black one actually might be a solid one, but they're not really doing that much in this set other than just being, you know, land cyclers. So, I would say could use some interaction and then could use some power, you know? I mean, I guess this Earthbending Ascension can kind of be our top end, or the Dragonfly Swarm. We've got 2 Lost Days and a Meteor Sword, so, you know, I said we need interaction. We've got some, but it's kind of on the clunkier side of things. Would like some of the cheap stuff, if we could. Also, lesson count, currently 3. The number's propped up by any amount of self mill we get, of course, because most of the time the lessons care about being in the graveyard. Alright, so there's Wall-Top Sentries, kind of an okay filler 3 when you're doing the lesson thing. Yeah, there's this White Lotus Reinforcement, strong card, not for us. Barrels of Blasting Jelly to help splash. This is also a nice combo with the rare toss. Well, there's multiple rare toss, but the Jund one, I think it is. Black, green, red. Where Toph says, your artifacts also count as lands, and so you can earthbend onto this land, and then sack it, and then it comes back, so it's just a repeatable removal spell, so kind of cool there. Let's see. Fire Nation Warship. A fine vehicle. It's 2 bodies for earthbending, or sorry, for waterbending. I think I'd probably take that over the second waterbending lesson. I don't really anticipate wanting multiple currently. Let me fix up this curve a little bit. I think given a fine curve, you know, enough 2s and 3s, you should kind of expect to cast this on turn 5 with some regularity. Ooh, Gran. I love Gran. It's such a cool card. So 1 mana, 1/2 ally. When it becomes tapped, you can draw a card, discard a card, and when you have 3 lessons? Yeah, 3 lessons in your grave, your non-creatures cost 1 less. Very good for waterbending, too, of course. Okay, some stuff. Another gather. It's funny, we're seeing all these gatherers. I don't think even if I had 3 of them, like we've seen 3 so far, don't think I'd actually be able to make use of it. There just hasn't been that many white cards. Alright. So yeah, I need to up the lesson count, need to up the cheap card count, and a little bit of fixing if we could. There's an Ostrich Horse number 2, Crashing Wave number 1. I'll take the horse. Again, that does help with the lessons to some respect, or to some degree. Another lesson. I might play 3 of these. Like, it's a pretty good card. It's expensive, but it's a powerful one. Alright, some stuff. Alright, good open. Strong card. Would be a splash, and we don't have even fixing for the Dragonfly Swarm just yet. And this is a card that gets a little bit better on curve. Or when you can cast it on curve. I could just take Katara. Katara's pretty solid. So like Ascension is basically it, right? I think I'm gonna take the powerful card. Like if I miss out on not playing Katara, so be it. I don't think it's the end of the world. By the way, I should read this out. This is 3 mana, 2/3 flying. When it attacks or enters, exile a target card from a graveyard. If it's a creature, you make a clue token, and whenever you draw your second card turn, you get to drain your opponent for 1. Okay, well, this helps out a lot, actually. So, multicolor mana dork. That's good. We've got Earth King's Lieutenant, really strong card, too. Again, not for us, but I'm gonna keep my my splash cards over here. Alright, Diley Agents. It's, you know, I kind of want more fixing before I want another black card. I would take a lesson in this pack pretty happily. I guess I'd take my first Crashing Wave just to kind of see how it feels. I could take Messenger Hawk too. This card's okay. But I'd prefer a interaction spell over another 3, I think. Even if that interaction spell is not the best in the world. This is a really nice one. Okay, so we're not going to be able to be like a mono-green Rock Avalanche deck. This is the mono-green payoff, by the way. But we've got enough forests, so we're going to be able to play enough forests where it's going to be a solid card. And it's a lesson, so can't turn that down. This is Earthbend X, where X is the number of forests you control, flashback for 6 mana. Uncle Iroh. Firebending 1, lessons cost 1 less. Our lesson count is not that large right now. Like, I'm probably just going to take a lesson. Octopus Form, protection spell. Also, Watery Grasp interaction spell, but I think I need to enable my lesson stuff more than I need another interaction spell at this point. Wow. This card's really good. I'm definitely just going to take this. This is 4 mana 4/4. When a non-land creature you control dies, Earthbend X, where X is that creature's power. Includes itself. Yeah, I would take this Earthbending lesson, but... Okay, and we pick up a blue-green land. Or sorry, blue-black land. That's great. I might not splash the Dragonfly Swarm at this point. It might just be double black rare splash. Not taking Boomy instead? This card's better. By quite a bit. And, yeah, it's a hit to my mana base to some degree, but, like, we did pick up a little bit of fixing. Sorry, Herbalist counts too. So, I think it's worth it. Oh, instead of Earth Bending Lesson. I see, I see. Yes, I still did that. There's barrels. That also helps the mana. We're going to have room to fit it in. I think I actually prefer this audience, to be honest. Like, I need to. Alright, land is good. Okay. So, I think we're going to have to decide if we're going to play this card. Wheeling a land means we probably are. Okay, I think we're good now. Yeah, we actually got there in fixing, which is really nice. Definitely slightly light on the lessons. We ended up with 5. I think I'd prefer 2 or 3 more if we could, but... Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'll play Earthbending Lesson. That's totally fine. Totally fine. Gotta make some cuts, too. I think probably cutting this ship. Can't really justify cutting too many of the cheap cards. Okay. I'm just going to take it all out. Put it all back in. So, definitely playing these. Toph, Ascension. I guess leave is not a guarantee, but likely. Hey, Zoix, how's it going? Appreciate the sub. Herbalist. I'm going to play... I'm pretty confident playing most of my cheap cards here. Oh, so yeah, I guess we bring this stuff in. These two. The lessons in. Get our rares. That's 19. Gonna play the Swarm. Unclear about this Meteor Sword. I would like to try it out, but I think we've got enough expensive cards. Flopsy's kind of interesting too, because it's not very good if your board is not very wide. Like, I see this more as like a green-white card. Sorry, this eagle gets in there. So now we've got 2 more slots. Could up the lesson count. I think I'm into that. Then what's the last thing we do here? I think it kind of has to be a cheap card. Given all this up here. Flopsy's also good if you're going tall because he makes your creatures harder to block. Sure. In general, yeah. I think in this deck I don't care that much about it, but maybe I do. Maybe I should just play one more top end card. This counts too. Like, top end currently is top land and or power. This basically, I guess Toph kind of counts. Yeah, maybe I just want one more. Don't think I have room for this Crashing Wave. Yeah, I think Flopsy is the one card here that's... It's kind of on the bubble. What's the worst card in the deck? Yeah, I see what you're saying. I said it's a go wide card, but not exclusively. You're totally right. I'm gonna try it like this. I think I'll... It's possible we come back to the drawing board. Ooh, mana base should adjust a little bit. I guess Rockavalanche with all these duels got worse, right? I don't think I'm gonna cut it. Because, like, it's got flashbacks, so a lot of times we're just gonna draw it for free. Is a little bit awkward, though. A little more awkward than I would have liked. Maybe we do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then a lot of our spells make blue. Pretty unconvinced by Swarm here. Swarm? Oh, Dragonfly Swarm. Sure, sure. I mean, we've got 10 non-creatures. And multiple cards that self-mill. I could see keeping it just to, yeah, just a teamer. Right. If we play just teamer, Rockavalanche gets better. And we don't have to play a mountain. And then maybe we try out Flopsy. Yeah. Yeah, I can get behind that. Let's do that. And then, yeah, Rockavalanche gets a lot better. Okay. Give it a try. Okay, yeah. I do think this format is one where you feel a little behind if you don't have a 2-on-2. So, slightly uneasy about the hand in that regard, but we'll not mulligan it. Let me just reread this card, make sure I've got all the words on it. So when it enters with Ben 2, makes sense. Then switch your land for a basic, makes sense. When a land enters, put a quest counter. If you've got 4, yeah, put a counter on something against trample. Okay. I know all the words. I thought I knew them, and I do. My opponent is not here, currently. Which would seem. Okay, they're here. Tough. Ooh, okay. Fire Sages. Yeah, this is a nice one. 2-minute, 2/2, firebending 1, 3 mana, put a counter on it. Okay, so Toph does brick this, ostensibly. I think that's probably fine. Oh, sorry, what am I saying? It doesn't, because it turns into a 3/3 potentially. So probably it's better to play the Ostrich Horse. Alright, grab a land. Don't need this as a 4/2. June Bounty Hunter. 2-minute 2/2, can't be blocked as long as he's drawn 2 or more. And you can sack a creature to make a clue. Alright, Lightning Strike my 3/1 that I've drawn a land off of. That's fine. Alright, so... yeah, we can go untapped land, wake up that land as a 2/2. Play Toph. Could also go Ascension, do the same thing. Puts less power and toughness out there immediately, but gets the quest going, which is valuable. I think I like... oh, okay. I think I like Toph here. I didn't tap this exactly how I wanted to. I want to just wake up a forest, but that's okay. Ooh, pretty nice one. Taps out of mana for allies, and they can pay 5 to make an ally. It's another thing you can do with firebending mana. Okay. We pitch Hama, Bloodbender. Kind of an interesting card. Cast non-creatures out of your opponent's grave. Tis unblockable. Okay. So, you're playing just like a bunch of little small things. That was an interesting draw. Allows me to do Ascension plus Bear. Yeah, now do we... Here's the question, right? Do we want to go tall on this Serpent's Pass or whatever? I mean, it's this one. I was just in general, you know, talking about Earthbending. You can go tall on something, you can go wide, target something else. I think it's kind of appealing to go wide here, because then if they get rid of the one land, Toph becomes very small, which is not good. Oops, I played the land that they didn't know about. My bad. Okay. Yeah, we'll just pass. June maybe sacks Poxbearers. Nope, probably gonna sack Inspector. Okay, so June's unblockable now. Still not the worst turn for me. Yep, attack here. We'll block here. Fine. Okay. Now we can start to do some interesting stuff. So, yeah, I'll play an untapped land. Get with Toph. Yeah, what's clickable here? Not a lot, it looks like. Oh, little instrument here makes music note. The porcelain makes porcelain sounds. Is it normal that I trophy the first draft of events and sit at 70% win rate, and then by the end of the format sit at a lower win rate? Yes, absolutely. That's the trajectory of basically everybody. Because as you get better, or as you play more, everybody else is going to play more, they're going to get better. It gets harder, right? Like, Magic Limited is not a static game where it's like, once you get better, you're going to have a higher win rate. Everybody else around you is getting better too, right? Which directly impacts you in the draft, because now people are taking the good cards. So, alright, I'll just take 2 here. Alright, we're going to bounce this thing for sure. 5 mana, 6/5. If they've attacked, they make a they put a counter on it, and then when this attacks, they make a 2/2 Firebender. They do put a second from the top. Interesting. Okay, kind of expected them almost not to. It's a ways away. Ooh. River Spirit. Okay, so this Ascension's gonna go off here. So, I can put a counter on Toph, trade it off for June and Sages if they want. That's totally fine. I think I want to not tap both my lands here. As in keep one back as a blocker as we play this River Spirit. Oh, the Cabbage Stand? Yeah, the Cabbage Stand does stuff. That's cool. Okay, okay. Another Lost Days. Great. Oh, brutal. Okay. It's a good one. It's a good one. So when it comes in, exile something. You pay a life to... What does this do exactly? So it comes in, exile something. Whenever a non-token creature dies, you can exile it. Pay 1. Choose a creature, exile with Ko, and it gains all of its abilities. Activated and triggered abilities, specifically. I mean, luckily we still have a pretty clear path to victory here. Just attack with this thing twice. Ah, brutal. Wait, not bad, right? Never mind, because I can just Lost Days this trap, then we're good. This card's real good. Yeah, we'll just take it. They played land already. I can't get shocked, right? Maybe they didn't. In any case, I don't think it really harms me to block, so... Interesting that works that way, by the way. My land died, it came back even though Ko exiles things. What do you think of the Arena Limited Championship announcement? I have a whole video on it. I just posted on YouTube if you want to check it out. But long and short of it is mostly good. Am I sad to see them stopping opens? No, because these are pretty much opens. I mean, there's differences, but it's not like I feel like we're losing something in the process, really. Well, so far, I've liked Lost Days. It felt good. I've summoned it. 5 lands, eh? Yeah, I think on the play I'm going to keep this. I do think the average 6-card hand is worse than this. Especially because I have uses for my lands. Oh, Chance, good to know. The whole Ko and land, Earthbended lands is AppNap, eh? Active player, non-active player, that's what makes the difference. So if it dies on my opponent's turn, and it gets exiled, and if it dies on my turn, it doesn't? Is that how that works? It sounds kind of not how it works, but maybe it is. Oh, no, it does. Okay, yeah, no, you're right, you're right. Yeah, when you put it that way, that makes sense to me. Cool. Okay, would I like to send with this entries? I mean, racing isn't bad when I've got Flopsy and double Lost Days in hand. think I'm kind of into it. Yeah, so looks like these, when you have an Earthbend card, doesn't interact super favorably with the dual lands. I mean, it makes sense to some degree to have, you know, put this on your land. You can sack your Earthbend land, bring it back. But generally, I'm going to want to keep this for the colored mana early. It tries to not tap the dual, which is like usual behavior, right? It's not anything new, but it's probably the best that it works that way rather than not. Hey, Real, coming in with that sub. Thanks so much. How you doing? Sun Warriors. This is pretty scary. 4 mana, 3/5. Firebend X, where X is the number of creatures you control. 5 mana, make an ally. Okay, we're gonna send that to the Shadow Realm. They also didn't attack, which is interesting. Yep, there's a stop in combat for firebending. That one, they spotted you, that one. Okay, Lotus for 3. Okay. Not the scariest Lotus. Ideally, we just draw a land here. Okay, top that. Alright, now they... Nope, now they don't. Sword of a land. Okay, we hit. So we can play Gran, we can crack a clue. This Flopsy's looking decent. Alright, Warriors, sure. Okay, so 7 mana. I could just spend this turn playing Audience and Lost Days on the Warrior. Doesn't give me a great attack. Although I don't have a great attack anyways into this Sun Warriors, right? So prob's best just to wait the turn here. And I guess I want to top this now. If they make a 1/1 with their turn, that's fine. I think there's value in putting this second from the top on this turn rather than next. Or rather than on my turn, you know? Otherwise, it'd be like on top now rather than 2 down. Hey, Bash Bob going in. Appreciate ya. Gran's not doing too much right now, I gotta admit. But she's there for emotional support. Okay, and also it makes them play in a way where they think they're going to get all this mana from this Warriors, and they might not. They could have a protection spell, I guess. That's another thing that would make me feel sad about when I chose to do this. Ooh, waterbending lesson. Okay. Okay. We'll do that after. Let's just cast Flopsy, make everything big, and I think just end. I could hold back this Audience to draw a card. I don't think that's great, though. Protection spell, a draw spell. Yeah, we want the draw spell. If I had untapped mana, like say I didn't attack with the Audience, I might keep the protection spell. Any lesson shenanigans in this deck, or just good stuff? We have like a few cards that care about lessons. We had the red-blue signpost, the dragon, that we eventually cut because we picked up some pretty good black rares. All right, so land dies, Toph gets smaller. All this fine though. Okay, another gather. It's pretty good. Flopsy's pretty good against all these tokens. You only single block. Okay. So with this audience, we've got 9 mana to work with. I think we just start by waterbend lessening. Okay, and yeah, this is the cool thing about the waterbend lesson. You get to see your cards first, and then decide if you want to discard or waterbend. And I think we're gonna waterbend here. Yeah, so let's go tap you. Play this, get 2 lands in play, basically. Oh, can also, sorry, I've got 6 mana still, so I can also play the Earthbending Lesson. No, I can't. That's not true. I can play the captives. Okay, let's attack first. I actually should have sent the 3/4 as well. That was a mistake. Yeah, let's just do this. Sure, wake up you. Better land. Cool. Okay, not going too poorly here. That can make a lot of mana. But, we do get to... Can turn this to a 6/6. Can make a 4/4. Also, Toph can start attacking, which is nice. Okay, so... I think I'm going to just Earthbend Lesson first. I think I'm going to want to activate this, or have the ability to maybe drawing a card. So I would usually start with drawing a clue, or cracking the clue, if I'm not going to do anything else with the mana. But I do think I'm going to. Okay, so... also have to remember that I can sack this land to draw a card at some point. I keep forgetting about that. Whoa. Loud. Okay, so... In. Yeah. Huh. Are they baiting me here with this block, or do they not see this, maybe? I think it was probably the second one. Okay, that's good news. Cool, okay. Flopsy seems strong. I think Flopsy is solid. I don't think it's gonna be like a premium card or anything, but it's a fine top end card. Staying quenched? Sure am. Sure am. Sure are? MR? Alright. No blue mana, but this Ascension. Oh, and now this island. Helps out there. June. Okay. So, yeah, we'll just play this. Hope you're loving this set. I've enjoyed the first few drafts so far more than any since Final Fantasy. Not that long ago, but still high bar. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. I've enjoyed the draft so far. My my read on it currently is that I think it's going to be pretty darn good. Not quite as good as Final Fantasy. Personally, you know, whatever. Everybody has their different rankings, but that's kind of how I feel. Okay, so this card's interesting. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose, and when it enters, you lose life and you make a clue. And then whenever you attack, if you've sacked 3 or more things, sorry. Whenever you attack, you put X+1/+1 counters on target attacking creature where X is the number of permanents that you've sacrificed this turn. If X is 3 or greater, the thing gains lifelink. So pretty scary card. What are we gonna do about it right now? I guess we probably just play Ascension and Bash. Wanna get that second blue out? Hey, Lamp, coming with that sub, appreciate ya. Because I do want to pressure them when they've got... Oh, do I do this backwards? Maybe. When they've got a Phyrexian Arena in play. Was there a way for me to attack with this and also make 2 lands enter this turn? I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, for sure, Chard. Yeah, like, the Spider-Man set just, like, isn't a set to me. Like, it was very clearly... You know, they did the best they could. The design team did the best they could, but it was supposed to be just a small product, right? That got spun into, oh yeah, you've got to actually put this, you know, make a full draft set. It was kind of doomed from the start, I think, right? It was never designed, it was never intended to be like a well-crafted draft format. And yeah, you can definitely tell that this set, Final Fantasy, they feel much different. Heyo. Okay. So when it attacks, it connives, essentially. Or whenever any of your flyers do that, I should say. Yeah, I think we just play this Spirit. It's very big. Pretty hard to get rid of. And even more so with this octopus form. Yeah, I like that. I do worry about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set. I think my gut says it's going to be fairly similar to Spider-Man. I don't think they have time to, you know, fix anything. I don't know how much they could fix, you know, anyways, even if they did have time. They can't just add new cards to the file this late in the process. Okay, that's pretty good. It's pretty annoying. You get to bounce it. You also get to turn into a 3/3. This card's really good, by the way. So I think we're going to do multiple things this turn. If we can. Would really like to be able to hold this up with the octopus form. Maybe we just play it again. Maybe it's fine. Because like otherwise we're just going like Lesson plus Herbalist. I guess we get to our 4th land drop potentially. That might be good. Yeah, you know what? I do like that. Cool. No thank you. No, I definitely want to play the Herbalist here. Or the horse. I think we hold on to the form. Which one of the days? That might not be right, honestly. Yeah, all the vehicles in the set are pretty good. Seems to be a weird trend of like vehicles being pretty good outside of Aether Drift. Aren't I concerned about the opponent firing back with a 4-4? Like crack some clues. Well, they have to sack 3 things, right? So that's a lot. They can't do it with just clues. It would have to be something else. Like they'd have to have the sack a thing, kill a thing. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like I don't care about them hitting me. I care about them hitting me with lifelink. They're at 11, right? If they want to turn their creature sideways, so be it. I'm at 19. Like why do I care about that here, right? I mean, I care about it obviously to some degree, but it's just not an important factor here. As far as like, should I not attack? I did think I definitely should attack where I did. Yeah, and then like we're probably just gonna be holding up Lost Days this turn. Not replaying this Spirit, I don't think. Yeah, we get to do it all, right? Hold up Lost Days. Have this form. Yeah, they've missed a land on some key turns, I think, here. Like, if they even got one lifelink hit in with this pursuit, this would be a pretty different game. I think this card's pretty good, but I think you want to be relying, or not relying on just, like, cracking the clues it makes to fuel it. Because I do think you need to get at least one lifelink hit in. It's pretty tough on just clues alone. That's an interesting one. Okay. I should probably just cast Lost Days here, right? And then just let them take whatever. Oh, it's non-land permanent. Oh, right. Duh. So there wasn't a decision I took away from them. Well, let's see if it punishes me. It does not, because Death Touch Trample. I mean, we have Flopsy here too, but they're dead. Yeah, I mean, like, you're saying the Dilating Indoctrination felt really good in sealed. That's always going to be the case, right? Any hand disruption is going to be better in sealed than draft. Not to say that it can't be good in draft too, but like that's to be expected kind of thing. You should, when you're like trying to evaluate, oh, this is good in sealed, how good will it be in draft? I don't think there's anything about the format particularly that makes that kind of card better. It's more just like, yeah, it's kind of to be expected. Yeah, the bonus sheet, I mean, like, I'm one of the kind of people who, no matter what is the situation, I'll find something interesting or funny about it. The bonus sheet, while I know is not the pinnacle of artistic representation, I think is really funny. I know they didn't intend it to be funny, but it's really funny. So I enjoy it for that aspect. This ascension's been pretty good, by the way. How do they justify the bonus sheet? I mean, people like the art of familiar things on cards, right? That's how they justify it. Even though it does not appeal to you, people will buy it. Some people really don't mind. It was a pretty decent draw. Yeah, I think better to do that than Lost Days Teo? Maybe not. I guess I could just bash for 6. That's pretty tempting. Right, I mean, discard effects that come with the body unlimited are always going to be much, much better than ones that don't. Just a different card. I mean, I think we just hold the protection, hold up Lost Days. This is lethal next turn. Once we get a counter and play Octopus form. Obviously, that's bad versus removal. I might want to Lost Days this Leaper. Taking a lot of damage from it. But I probably wait. No, I guess I have to do it now. Because what I just talked about doesn't work out. Because if I play land, I have to go for an additional point on this Octopus form proactively. That's just really bad. So I think we just Lost Days. Now? I could play her on a sorcery speed removal spell by keeping up Octopus form. I don't think that matters too much, though. Okay. Okay. This is good. This is good. So, I mean, if they don't block, they lose. They probably chump with this fortune teller. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think we just crack. Ooh. That's good. Burb. Okay. All right. So this is fine. They're gonna have 11 toughness. Yeah, this is fine, right? Keep saying that, but now I'm kind of thinking, because, like, so if they double block, I guess I can always make this block next turn, and I keep the body around to draw another card. Yeah, okay. We just chill. Okay, so Flopsy. Oh, I guess Flopsy plus Octopus form. That just wins, right? Yeah. Okay. Because the forest. Oh, sorry. Flopsy plus this big thing. Octopus form doesn't matter too much. Okay. We're good. Okay. Very nice. I think even without the Flopsy there would be okay. Four wins. This deck is like kind of unfocused. Like it's not like doing too much in particular. It has like a small lesson theme, but we've drawn our rare enchantment land or land enchantment thing, the Ascension, every game, so that's been good. Second win solely thanks to Flopsy. Yeah, Flopsy's been good. I can't talk it down too much. The fact that they can't like profitably block when I have trample, or like, you know, multi-block to prevent some damage, like that's come up. Last game as an example. We haven't drawn our black green rare. Maybe I've summoned it. We'll see. I've only drafted I've drafted mono white, a bit of green. Haven't drafted too much and as far as like the black decks or the red decks much. But from what I've seen and just reading the cards, I think the Bant colors are the best. Blue, white, green. I don't think by leaps and bounds or anything, but if I had to put some money on it, you know. Okay, so just off here. Guess Sentry is probably better. Attacks through the bear. Yeah, red's also good. I don't want to talk red down too much. I think really the only thing is like black is a little bit leaves a little bit to be desired. That's pretty annoying. I think I get rid of the island and rock avalanche, unfortunately. I guess could be forest. Yeah, forest actually. Like I want the forest for rock avalanche, but can't have it all. Right, yeah, like black is not unplayable or anything. It's just one of those things where you shouldn't be drawn into black for fine-looking commons, right? You kind of want to be in black for a reason. Either that reason could be you have very strong rares or uncommons, or you're the only person or one of the only people at the table doing it. Tundra tank. Okay. When this... or when it enters, something is indestructible, and... Crew 1. Could destroy it. Could also just cast my waterbending lesson. Could also... Nope, can't do that just yet. Let's draw some cards. Would have liked the land here. Okay, and this card again. We've got answers to either one of these. Okay, they're also looking for lands, it seems. And they hit. Okay. Okay, we do hit a land. So I can go for the attack, they crew, I kill it, and then I play the horse. Pursuit's not really a pick one, pack one. I don't know. I think this card could, like, this is one that I could see being really, really good or a little bit underwhelming. Actually, like, this is probably a good card to take early because I think to make it really good, you just want to make sure you have sack outlets. Powerful card. Powerful card. Okay, so... yeah, I'll just go... Could also Rock a Lanch. Set up for Rock a Lanch next turn. Okay, let's just do this. I should probably kill this thing. This game's gonna go pretty long, I think. I mean, not super long, but long enough where I don't want them to have a card advantage engine. Okay, they're also Sloppy Sultai. This card's felt pretty nice, actually. The Sentries. Like, 3 mana, 2/3 reach, Death Touch. It's an ally. He's a little life. What did they do? Ah, okay. So this is whenever something dies, target creature dies, you Earthbend 4. And they sack their 2/2 to get a 4/4. It's not so bad for me. Hey, there's that rare that I was talking about. Okay. So let's just play this thing and hope we don't get quenched. Could play around it, but I've got a lot of stuff in my hand, so I don't think I want to just spend the turn playing Audience. Yeah, Flopsy is probably good enough. Do I also want the land? Maybe I go land plus Flopsy. So land lets me play... no, it doesn't let me double spell because I only have 1 black source. I think we maybe bottom land, keep Flopsy. Land makes Rock Lanch better. Yeah, for sure. That's one of my considerations, but I don't think I'm going to be casting this over these anytime soon, right? Buzzard Wasp Colony. Okay. Well, it's a big flyer. Cool. Okay. I could just send, right? Like, play this, send all. Get to Earthbend. They're at 17. That's probably not great. Yeah, I'll just play my stuff and then play flops next turn. Yeah, this card's really good. This card's really good. It's everything you want in an expensive creature, right? Can come down for cheap, has protection, has an enter the battlefield effect. Okay, top. They're attacking. I like it. Okay. Lost Days is a really good draw. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I can Lost Days plus cast the birdie. Yeah, I like the sounds of that. I could also just play Flopsy. I don't think I like that as much. So yeah, let's get it for 4 here. Play the birdie. I guess this is the wrong order to do things if they have Quench. They'll Quench ya. But I do want to wait till my opponent's turn to Lost Days, I think. Interesting. Okay. What is happening here? What is this? There's the black field wipe that kills things with X toughness, but like I've got this hunters in play. What are they expecting to happen? Loses all abilities. That's what they expect to happen. Okay, yeah, true. Okay, so I should probably just do this. Wants to not take damage. This thing's probably surviving anyways if they've got the X Black Wrath. And I think I should probably block here. Maybe the chump is good. Like, if we're just assuming they have Wrath anyways, which I think they do. Cheetah Band coming in. Appreciate that. Oh, I should have made my land bigger. That was a mistake. No, because loses all abilities, right, Sam? Alright. Well, luckily we can rebuild decently here. Azula. Gross. Alright, you get my bear. So I exile something. What is it exactly? Exiles a non-token creature and an online card. During your turn, you can cast those cards as overhead flash and mana of any color. So I would least like them, or most like them to have what? Just like 2/2? Okay, so Can Rock-a-Lanche here and just send? I think that's okay. Yeah, I'd be in a much better spot if I just put the land in the right place, or the counters in the right place, because I could have had a 5 toughest creature. I don't think they could have killed it. Okay, I'm just a ramp spell. Alright, they have a Rock-a-Lanche. It's a little scary. Alright, just gonna do this. Oh, it always wipes lands. Oh, it's is it mana value or is it power? It's mana value. Yeah. Sorry, I'm completely wrong. You're totally right. My bad. Okay, so we wouldn't have been in a better spot. Ooh. Good draw, good draw. All right. In. Yeah, we're just ending here, right? Activating pre-combat. If they lose all abilities, how do lands come back? Because the land, I think this is the reason. The lands themselves do not gain the ability. Earthbending creates a delayed trigger. I think. Chat, correct me on that if I'm wrong. Okay. Seems that I am right on that. Okay. Well, they could have cracked their land. They had another draw in there. Noticing a trend with Flopsy. Yeah. I mean, I was kind of talking it down a little. I was like, it's a top end card. Top end cards are interchangeable, but it's a good one. It's a good one. I've felt good things about Flopsy. All right, 5-0 right now. This hand is suspect. Being on the draw makes it more appealing to mulligan. I think it's not bad enough to mull, though, so we'll still keep. Island is not as bad as Forest, but still not a great draw. Okay, we drew a tapped black source. That's cool. Let's just play the audience. Kind of want to cast this on turn 5, or doesn't have to be 5 exactly, but like when there's a creature in the grave. So I don't mind waiting on this. Okay, they missed their land. Can't complain about that. They hit. North Pole Patrol. So taps to untap target permanent, and they can pay 3 waterbend, tap a permanent I control. Or sorry, taps to untap target permanent. Did I say tap or untap? It untaps their stuff. Basically a mana dork for the most part. Katara, okay. Sure. Alright, so we will nab my creature. Draw a card, drain them. Attack with Katara. So obviously they want to counter on this. I think it's worth not blocking, though, as to... If they have another firebending lesson, they could do it for 1 mana. Maybe that's fine. Like, they can do it for 5 mana anyways here. And now it's looking like I might not be able to attack. Okay, no, I can't. Never mind. Reasonable draw. Okay, play this first. Missed on creature. It's okay, though. Fun factor, the thing is, though, Secret of Bloodbending is the exact kind of card that when it works, like, you're going to feel good about it and think it's a good card. But when it doesn't, which is going to happen a lot more often, it looks really bad, right? Also in Sealed, that kind of card is more likely to work. I still think it's a net. And if it's the card I'm thinking about, the blue one, or blue, whatever, 4 mana, like, take an extra turn, or take your opponent's turn. What's going on here? They've got the octopus, yeah. Which I think is okay. I'm okay with this trade. Right, take combat step, waterbend 10. I do think that it's possible that it's like a niche playable in a mono blue deck, but you know, then we're getting to like, okay, it's not actually an F sure territory. But the other thing to understand is like when we grade cards, we're grading for like the average player. How often will this actually be relevant in your whatever number of drafts you do? It's not to say that there will never be times and places for them, right? Okay, so like they still have it. They still have the octopus form. If I send with my Raven, they eat it. They eat the Raven. I can send with the Sentries. That seems pretty good. Yeah, I know what the card does. Fun factor. I'm just saying it's very difficult to cast. Needs some specific setup. All that kind of stuff, right? Okay, I think I'm just going to get in with these two. And if they want to trade with this, that's fine. Ooh, pretty happy to kill this North Pole Patrol. Pole Patrol, Pole Patrol. Okay, I think I want to kill the iguana. Yeah, I think I want to kill the iguana. We'll spread out the love. probably make this a... Oh. Wait. Okay, whatever. Spread out the love no matter what. Maybe we better make this a 4-4, but the interface was a little unclear about which one is which. Didn't want to mess it up. Oh, put it on utility land, draw a card at some point. Yeah, that's better, Sirkovitz. You're right. Two on the bottom. It's good news. Their Knowledge Seeker, Firebrand Student. Their deck was pretty good. Then top's a good draw. Okay, so I'll just go Toph, make one of these a 4-4. I think this is going to be the send-all turn, too. Like, they can win a combat here, maybe two. Yeah, they can win 2 combats here, but it still uses a lot of the resources and I push a lot of damage. It's not exactly how I thought they would block. Oh, okay. So I have this and Octopus Form. Still fine, though. Yeah, this is still pretty good for us. They're going to get this thing. But... Ooh, extra turn. They're like 10 permanents short of that. I don't randomly have any spirits, do I? That'd be funny. Alright, so they have to kill this Raven, or else they die. They killed the Raven. They don't die. Really good draw. Decline to pay. Don't need to do that. And how do we want to do this? Oh, I guess they can tap one of my things. That's annoying. If they tap the land, then we win. They did not tap the land, so we don't win on the spot. So now the question is it better to Lost Days this patrol and just make them trade? I think so. Or sorry, I can't do both. Either way, sorry. Is it lost? Do I Lost Days this or make them trade? And I think it's make them trade because this thing cannot block. Oh, but now Toph is nothing, right? Is 0-3. Didn't consider that at first, actually. Interesting, interesting. Might get the surprise win with the watery grass if they tap out. All right, Sokka. Octopus form. Okay, okay. So they can activate this. So that's annoying. Why not Lost Days the Avatar? Because then I couldn't attack with my land. I don't win there. Let's loot with Grand and then just Lost Days whatever they block with. I have one more Earthbend card to turn Toph back on. For whatever that's worth. Okay, can't cast that just yet, but really good with the octopus form here. Also, I get a loot in with Grand. 8 cards in my deck. Okay. Guess that was a reason not to tap Toph, eh? Okay. So I can octopus form and make them chump with Sokka. I don't think that is better than just holding. Yeah, better to protect the flyer. And it's pay 5 mana to tap it down, or, you know, some combo of tapping lands and creatures. I said I had one Earthbending card. That's not true. I have 2, actually. Nice. Okay. Getting through these games with minimal misplays, which is always nice on day 1. We didn't draw our enchantment Ascension green rare, so we can win without that. I guess we did that last game too, but yeah, the quench would have been brutal there. The quench would have been brutal. I don't think so. I think we had... Oh, no, we did, right? Because we had one untapped Earthbending land plus the 2. I think we had enough to pay. They tapped the Earthbending one? Okay, never mind then. I believe Zerkovitz. Zerkovitz is rarely wrong. Alright, this plays. Corrupt Court Official. Alright, land makes my Rockalanche a little worse. Earth Ruffians. 3-1 that dies in the Earthbend 2. Could play the horse and nothing, or I could play these 2. I guess probably better to play these 2, because I might mull a creature and then the Raven has something to eat. I did mill a creature. Tundra tank. All right, they get in for 3. Pretty good. They get in for 3, and then I can't crack them back. Because they can just crew with the official. This thing's only crew 1. Ooh, that's a really nice one. Okay. Save you for a later date. And I guess just better to do this rather than crack my clue for the drain. But I want to do it so bad. I wanted to see my new card is and put them to 19. I've not missed very often on this Ostrich Horse, by the way. We've been lucky with this too. Not that like it's super likely to miss, but it's more likely than you think. Beetle-headed merchants. When it attacks, you can sack a creature or artifact. If you do, draw a card, put a counter on it. All right, that's fine. You're like 86% to hit. Yeah, which is like high, but not... I think some people might assume it's a little higher, you know? Huh. Origins of Metal Bending. With one more land... Oh, no, I don't have to do one more land. I can just tap the Herbalist. Yeah, I was going to say, with one more land, I can keep this up, but we just do this. Flopsy. The audience now makes 2. And we're living. Flop, flop. What is this pause? I think nothing. It's just the Tundra tank, probably. Okay, so I could get in with the horse and trade it with the ruffians too, I suppose. Doesn't accomplish too much, so I guess get some more creatures in the grave for this eagle on a later turn. We can just take 6 here, yeah? Like, I could double block Flopsy and the bear, trade this off for... Maybe that's good, actually. Like, Flopsy makes their blocks a little more difficult. I think maybe this is the way I lose the game, though, if I just let this hit me multiple times. Because I don't think I'm blocking it next turn. Like, if I'm, sorry, the logic is, if I'm not blocking it this turn, I don't think I'm blocking it next turn, too, so I think I might as well just block it. Why double block? Plays around some tricks, and I've got a protection spell, so... Okay, so let's draw. I guess I can draw again. I was thinking maybe to spread out the draws, but I've got a pretty steady flow. Oh, no, this was wrong. I should have waited to their turn. Cracked them both. Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay. Well, no, we just pass. Because I would have gotten the drain. Another drain. Whenever you sack a thing, put a counter on this. A drain gone down the drain. The flyer's been consistently good. Yeah, this card's great. It's just a really good rare. Okay, I think I'm less inclined to double block here, but I think still going to. Or just, you know, less inclined to block in general. Hey, One Plaza going. Like, there's a chance I just go wide on them and kill them, but I think as long as this bird sticks around, we're gonna be in really good shape. Alright, so I'll draw my first card for combat. Might change things. It's a good one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't cast quite cast. Oh, maybe I can. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I play my land. Yeah, not quite enough to play this with protection. So let's just get in. The thing is, they likely do not have a removal spell. So I could just jam and set it for lethal next turn, because they would have killed this thing. I think it's like, what does it play around if I wait, right? Or if I don't wait? Either way, like what am I actually benefiting from? It feels safer to do this. But there's also ways this could get exiled, and this is only indestructible. I think it's probably actually better to play the Spirit. Oh, maybe I had a better double block. Oh, I valued the Herbalist still, Danelius, because I've got so much stuff to do with my mana. So yeah, I could have had a better double block, but I think I value the mana a little bit more. Oh, sorry, all of this doesn't make sense. Yes, of course, because that's funny. That's the reason they didn't. I forgot the Herbalist makes 2 mana for lessons. More accurately, I forgot this was a lesson. So we're good. Yeah, my bad. I did a lot of thinking there for, I'm sure everybody's like, what's going on here? Or at least some people are like, why are you thinking so hard about this? Okay. Hopefully you gain something from me just talking through the thoughts, you know? All right, so a 7-0. I didn't expect this to go 7-0. I would have expected like 4 wins from this deck, maybe. Definitely helps that, you know, I've had some experience with the cards, and it feels like there was an opponent or two who maybe made misplay here and there. But let's go over some things. So, 3 lost days did not feel like too much. I didn't draw multiples in awkward spots. Part of why it makes it feel like it wasn't too much. But this card felt really good to cast. Like, you know, I mentioned this just talking about the card in the draft, but second from the top is so much different from the top. And yes, this question always comes up. They are the person who chooses where it goes. Second from the top or bottom. And making a clue is obviously great. Flopsy, Flopsy was instrumental. Dare I say instrumental to a lot of our wins. It was actually really good. Yeah, card was strong. Like I felt like I built a game plan around it a lot of the time in my games. The rares that we splashed, no regrets. Like, these were both very, very strong. The lesson stuff, even though we didn't have a ton of it, worked out. Oh, also we had this rare, which was really good too. But yeah, like, pretty just like solid mid-range stuff. And I don't think too much more to say about that other than let's just draft again.